Hi there, beautiful souls. So lovely to have you here on my page. This is my page and also my channel, whichever platform we're on. Okay, and I just wanted to say a big, big thank you for you being here and in this beautiful sacred space that we create together. And this time can be very stressful, the December time, holiday time, many things going on the outside and on the inside. So I thought, let's take a bit of a respite from that and have this sacred container where we basically just unwind and have some time to just rejuvenate, replenish. So today we have a sacred story. And what it means by a sacred story is that you are the character in the story. And the story is about the fairy grove and the waterfalls. And each of the waterfalls has a gift for you. And also, it is a place where you are supported and rejuvenated and replenished. So, what I'd like you to do is just enjoy this time. Just take off your shoes and get under some blankets and just like unwind, have a cup of tea, and just enjoy. Yeah, just unwind and just enjoy. And whether you do this with your eyes open or whether you do it with your eyes closed, whether you follow this story, that is entirely up to you. It is just a way of rewinding and replenishing and just coming into the calmness of yourself. And along the way, you will be given gifts from the fairy kingdom and the waterfall beings, and you probably, hopefully, come out of it feeling fresh and supported and loved. So tuck yourselves in and let us begin. Okay, take a deep breath. Feel the earth beneath your feet. The air around you is soft, cool, and full of something you cannot yet name. You have arrived at the threshold. In front of you stretches a grove of silver birch, slender, shimmering sentinels, their white bark catching flecks of sunlight that dance like sparks of memory. The grove hums with quiet awareness, almost as if it is watching you, waiting. Step forward. The ground beneath your feet is soft and alive, and every leaf, branch, and root carries a subtle vibration. Can you feel it? A pulse, faint but certain, rising from the soil and threading into your own body. The grove is a gateway, and you are being invited to walk its path. As you move deeper, you sense presence in the air, subtle, luminous, almost whispering. Unicorns glide at the edge of perception, their energy brushing the edges of your field. They do not need to be seen fully. Their awareness is already touching yours, softening, opening, expanding. You feel their curiosity, their gentle recognition, their quiet encouragement. Listen, the leaves rustle in a language older than words. The light shift between branches, creating patterns of silver and gold. The light shifts between branches, creating patterns of silver and gold. Then the first gift of the grove, the ability to perceive the unseen without strain, to hear the whisper of what is alive around you, and to sense the threshold you are crossing. Breathe here. Let the grove settle into you. You are ready. The first waterfall awaits, and with it the first of the waterfall beings will share its gifts. Walk slowly now, heart open, awareness, soft but alert. The grove is guiding you, supporting you, and holding you as you step into what is beyond. The first waterfall, the gift of purity. The trees begin to thin as you walk. The air shifts once again. Cooler now, clearer, touched with a bright mist that clings softly to your skin. You hear it before you see it, a rhythmic rushing, a pulse of living water moving with purpose. Step closer, the path opens into a clearing, and before you descends the first waterfall, tall, white, radiant, pouring down the rocks like a veil of liquid light. The air around it sparkles with fine droplets, each one catching in the sun like a shard of crystal. The waterfall being is awake, aware of your presence, and already beginning to extend its energy towards you. Take a breath. The sound of the water fills your ears, not loud, not overwhelming, but steady, purifying, rhythmic. And as you stand before it, you feel something begin to shift inside your chest. A loosening, a soft release, a clearing you did not consciously ask for, but which the waterfall knew you needed. Move a little closer. The mist touches your face like a blessing. The light refracts in gentle halos. The waterfall being speaks not in words, but in resonance. Its energy entering your field like a cool crystalline breeze. This is the gift of purity. It moves gently through your aura, showing you what can soften, what can dissolve, what can be released without struggle. You feel the energy sweep through you like a ribbon of silver white light. Soft, clean, effortless. Allow it. Allow the purity to wash over you, around you, and through you, clearing the residue of old effort, old noise, old expectations you no longer need to carry. For a moment, it feels as though your entire field becomes brighter, lighter, as if your body remembers how to breathe in a way that is ancient and simple. Take another breath. The waterfall being pulses once gently, confirming that the gift has been given. You may linger for as long as you wish, letting the purity settle into your bones, your breath, your heart. When you are ready, the second waterfall is calling you now. Its presence is stronger, warmer, filled with quieter power waiting to be known. Walk when you're steady, when you're ready. The grove watches with approval. The unicorns glimmer at your periphery. The land itself acknowledges your first step across the threshold. Second waterfall, the gift of seraphic power. The trail bends gently, leading you away from the soft silver radiance of the first waterfall, and then into a space where the air becomes warmer, denser, almost golden. You feel it before you see it, a subtle thrum rising up in your spine, as though something ancient within you recognizes what lies ahead. Walk slowly, let your steps be deliberate, grounded, as the trees part and the second waterfall reveals itself, a tall, powerful cascade, its water pouring into a single smooth column of golden white light. It doesn't rush or roar, it resounds like a sustained note held by an unseen choir. The energy here is different, stronger, warmer, with a presence that feels both protective and awakening. Take a breath. Let the sound of the waterfall move through you. A gentle heat begins to rise along your spine. Not fire, but a living current, as if every vertebra is waking up in sequence. This is the presence of the seraphic waterfall being. It steps forward without form, without face, yet its awareness is unmistakable, a tall, radiant intelligence that sees you, not as small, but as equal, as one who is ready. The being places its energy behind you, a warm alignment at your back, and a current strengthens. This is the gift of seraphic power. Not the power of force, effort, or striving, but the power that comes from alignment, from standing in the truth of who you are without shrinking, without stretching. Feel it gather in your spine, a vertical beam of white light, steady and sovereign. With every breath, the waterfall being strengthens the current. Your shoulders drop, your chest opens, your stance becomes unmistakably yours. You feel your presence settle, your boundaries clarify, and your inner authority waken. Not loud, not dramatic, but undeniable. The seraphic currents lift your energy without lifting your effort. For a moment, you sense wings, not physical, but energetic, unfurling from behind you, stretching wide in recognition rather than display. Breathe. The waterfall beings pulse once, anchoring the gift deep into your spine and solar plexus. A soft, warm glow remains like a memory of sunlight on your skin. You are changed, more grounded, more luminous, more you. When you're ready, take a step back. The golden white waterfall continues its eternal descent, but the alignment is granted now, moves with you. Ahead, the path shifts again, quieter, more reflective, carrying the whisper of memory. The third waterfall waits, holding the gift of remembrance, and the deep, fey current hidden within the land. Walk when your heart calls you forward. The third waterfall, the gift of memory. The path ahead grows quieter, not heavier, but more intimate, as though the world around you begins to lean in, to listen. The canopy shifts overhead, the light softening with a silver-green glow. A hush settles over the land as you sense the presence of old magic, subtle and attentive. Walk gently now. Your steps feel guided, as if the earth itself is shaping the path beneath you. Soon you hear it, a softer waterfall, not thunderous, but melodic, its flow weaving through stones that have been shaped by ages. You step into the clearing, and a third waterfall reveals itself, a cascade that falls in thin, luminous ribbons, catching the light with strands of moonlit hair. The air carries a sweet, cool scent. The mist glows faintly, and something within your chest stirs. A quiet ache of familiarity. This place remembers you. The Fey waterfall being does not appear suddenly. It is already here, woven into the stone, the water, the light, a presence both ancient and delicate. Like the memory of a song your heart once knew. You take a breath, and the waterfall's rhythm enters you, soft, spiraling, moving in gentle circles around your heart. This is a gift of memory. It does not give information, it awakens remembrance. A subtle warmth spread through your chest, and with it comes glimpses of timelines long past, soft echoes of Lemurian crystalline fields, whispers of your own lineage, a feeling of standing barefoot on luminous soil, of speaking in tones instead of words, of belonging to something ancient and interconnected. The waterfall being touches your field with a delicate, luminous hand, not literal, but unmistakably real. A silvery blue thread of memory unravels gently within you. You do not need to chase it, you only need to feel. Like the remembrance, rise, soft, effortless, as if the heart of it is exhaling truths it carried all along. The stones near the water shimmer in spiral patterns, mossed and glowing like the imprints of old face circles. For a moment, you sense being watched from the tree line, tall, slender presences with eyes like twilight. They're not here to test you. They're here to witness your remembering. Breathe in again. The spiral currents of the waterfall deepens, drawing the memory gently into your emotional body, anchoring it without overwhelm, without force. without urgency. A soft pulse of light moves from the waterfall being into your heart, sealing the remembrance like a pearl forming around truth. The air feels different now, more resonant, more alive. When you're ready, step back from the cascade. You carry its memory with you now. It will continue to unfold long after you leave this place. Ahead, you feel a subtle pull, an invitation towards the final waterfall, where the spiral of destiny and the presence of the threshold guardian await. Walk when you feel the call. Approaching the fourth waterfall, the gate of spiraling light, the path narrows once more. Though you feel no fear, only the unmistakable pull of destiny. The air around you begins to thrum, subtle at first, then rising like a low harmonic resonance that vibrates through your bones. Branches overhead twist into swirling patterns mirroring a spiral, the same spiral you've carried in your energy field long before you ever walked with earth. The sound of water shifts too. It no longer simply falls, it rotates, it coils, it circles as though every droplet is obeying a deeper cosmic geometry. You feel it before you see it. A spiral gate is waiting, and then you step into a clearing, and the fourth waterfall reveals itself. It cascades not into a straight descent like the others, but a clockwise swirling fall, a helix of water, glistening with opal light, turning endlessly around an unseen axis. The rocks around it form a perfect natural circle, and you feel immediately that this place is alive, aware, ancient, watching you with recognition. The mist here does not float, it spins, slow, deliberate, magnetic, as though the waterfall is breathing. The waterfall being of the spiral gate appeared. At first there is no form, only rotation. Then the spiraling water pulls inwards and shapes itself into a being woven entirely from swirling currents. Their presence is not sharp or defined, but fluid, shifting, always in motion, eyes like galaxies turning, limbs like ripples, like eddies. A voice that spirals through your chest before it reaches your ears. When they speak, the sound is circular. You have reached the gate of turning. Here nothing is lost. Everything becomes. Their words expand through the clearing, and you feel your inner field response. The water, the fire, the air, the earth, all beginning to rotate in harmony. Come alive within your spine. The waterfall being continues. The gift you received before were for the heart, the mind, and the soul. But this one is for your path. They lift a spiraling ribbon of water into their hands, but it does not fall as water should. It holds its form, swirling endlessly, an eternal loop made of liquid light. And they offer it to you, the gift, the spiral thread of the threshold mastery. As you reach out, the ribbon of water wraps itself around your wrist, then dissolves into your skin. A warmth spread through your entire being, steady and centered. You feel your energy field reorganizing, your timelines aligning, your path clearing. You see flashes of your own journey. Every time you hesitated, every time you stepped forward despite fear, every time you trusted the unseen, every time you crossed your own threshold, every metamorphosis, every spiral of your becoming, the being's voice spirals again. You now carry the spiral thread. It activates whenever you stand at the threshold. It shows you the next step, not by revealing the future, but by revealing you. Your heart expands, your spine lengthens, your inner geometry lights up. The being gently bows. Cross, and the path beyond you will reshape itself in your name. Crossing the spiral gate, You step towards the spiraling water. The air calls around you, not pushing, not pulling, but collaborating. With a single step, the spiral mist parts. Light turns, water turns, the field turns, and you pass through. A final turn rings out, pure, crystalline, unmistakably yours. You have crossed the last threshold. Ahead lies the emergence fall, the bridge of return, where the journey will come full circle. Entering the valley of unveiling. On the other side of the spiral gate, the world opens wide, soft, luminous. The air is different here. It feels new. New in a way, dawn is new. In a way, a breath after grief is new. In the way, a soul that has remembered itself is forever new. You walk forward and see it, a sweeping valley carved with ancient stone, alive with drifting lights, motes that glow faintly with suspended stars. Above you, the sky seems to ripple. Below you, the earth feels warm and welcoming. Everything here has a sense of completion without ending. The way a circle meets itself but continues moving. You breathe, and your breath becomes part of the valley wind. You step, and the valley hums in recognition. You are known here. The final waterfall, emergence fall. As you walk deeper, a sound rises, not fierce like the first waterfall, not luminous like the second, not crystalline like the third, not spiraling like the fourth. Round, soft, vast, ancient, complete. And then you see it, a towering veil of water, falling in a wide glowing sheet, its surface shimmering with gold, silver, and pale sapphire light. Everything about it says one thing: return. It is a place where paths turn into blessings, where journeys settle into knowing, where what you've received finds its home within you. The waterfall is not a being, it is not singular, it is many. It is the voice of the entire realm. It is the sound of your journey speaking back to you. The presence that awaits there, a soft glow rises from the water, shifting into a luminous shape, not humanoid, not winged, not animal. It is simply presence, pure awareness made visible through light. No face, no form, no identity, just an infinite kindness, an immeasurable intelligence. It speaks without sound. You have walked where few dare to walk. You have crossed where few dare to cross. And now you stand at the place where the journey meets the soul. You feel the gifts of the four waterfalls awaken inside you. Courage fire, silver clarity, crystalline sight, spiral thread of threshold mastery. All four rise in your field, each glowing with their own frequency, then begin to braid together. The presence continues. To emerge is to become is to remember, and to remember is to awaken. The final gift, the crown of returning light. The waterfall shifts, its mist gathers above your head and forms a ring of gentle light, a crown not of authority, but of recognition, a returning crown, a remembering crown, a you have come home to yourself crown. When it settles on your head, a warm wave pours down your whole body. Your heart softens, widens, brightens. Your spine aligns, your field expands, your vision sharpens, not outwardly, but inwardly. You see yourself with the clarity the waterfall have held for ages. You see your strength, your softness, your path, your power, your starlight, your belonging, your place between worlds, your right to cross any threshold, your right to shine. You see your story, and it is beautiful beyond measure. The presence whispers one final truth. Return now, not as the one who came, but as the one who remembers. The walk back, re-entering the world. You step away from the emergence fall. The valley shifts, softening, fading, not vanishing, just moving slightly out of visible light. The path appears beneath your feet, gentle and golden. As you walk, the forest around you returns. Bird songs returns. The scent of leaves returns. And when you cross back into the physical body, the world, your body feels lighter, your field wider, your heart steadier. You carry the waterfalls inside you now. You are a walking stargate, a keeper of the four gifts, a bearer of the returning crown. You have emerged. Well, my dear souls, I hope that you enjoyed that story. And I hope the gifts of the fairy grove replenished you, rejuvenated you, gave you that spark and magic and love and light to continue into the new year. And whenever you're watching this, it doesn't have to be around December time, it doesn't have to be around the new year, whenever this is, whenever you are watching this and whenever you're listening to the story, may it always bring that love and light and the spark of magic that is you, lighting you up from the inside, alleviating all those pressures and just completely dissolving them into the light of your being. May this holiday season be in upliftment and joy for you. May the new year bring so many gifts of wonder and joy and support and abundance in all ways. And I am so happy to be in this space with you and to have experienced this beautiful story together. And if you enjoyed this video, check out some of my other videos on my channel or on my Facebook page also. And I would love for you to like and subscribe if you feel your heart feels that. So until next time, my beautiful, beautiful friends, my beautiful souls, luminous ones, we'll see you next time. From my heart to yours, always.